But first to football, and Fabio Capello's Russia began the countdown to next year's World Cup with a 1-1 draw against Serbia in Dubai in the first of two international friendlies in 5 days. Konstantin Potapov has more.
Russia will be heading to their first World Cup finals in 12 years after winning their qualifying group with 7 wins out of 10. But coach Fabio Capello isn't resting on his laurels ahead of the tournament in Brazil. However, the Italian did rest most of his regular starters in the friendly against Serbia, including former skipper Igor Denisov and the injured striker Aleksandr Samedov, and tested several backup players, which gave him food for thought.
No, this is a good game for me to understand the value of some players, because not a lot of players played a lot of games with the national team. And I'm really happy because I can see something new, and this is the target for me to cross.
In contrast, Serbia have just missed out on their first World Cup in 12 years. But with legendary defender Sinisa Mihajlovic in the dugout and plenty of up-and-coming players on the bench, the national side are still a serious threat for any opponent. But it was Russia who took the lead on the half-hour mark when Roman Shirokov's strike was parried by Vladimir Stojkovic and winger Aleksandr Samedov pounced on the rebound. However, just 2 minutes later, forward Filip Djordjevic headed in the equalizer. Capello's men upped the pace in the second half, and striker Aleksandr Kokorin, who only joined the squad the day before after losing his passport, missed 2 good scoring opportunities, and 1-1 it finished.
The match was played at a very intense tempo. We played against a physically fit team that gave us a real battle. Serbia have a very good team. They were unlucky in their qualifying group. Nevertheless, we played well and created enough goal-scoring opportunities.
In some parts of the game, we had possession and dominated, but sometimes the Serbs took the initiative. They're a very solid team with strong players. That's why it ended up being a greedy draw.
Capello is set to sign a new deal that will keep him with Russia until the country hosts their maiden World Cup in 2018. But in the meantime, the 67-year-old is focusing on Brazil, as Russia next take on top Asian side, South Korea, who've qualified for their 8th consecutive World Cup. Konstantin Potapov, RT.